Muslim, I will tell you, is allowed to marry 4 wives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the Christians are saying 1 man, 1 woman. So that aspect of their life is affected based on religion.
Everybody's religion influences how they do things, how they think, especially Islam. Christians could learn from Islam how they take their religion seriously.
Religion also provides the moral framework of an individual. So it shapes how the person feels about right and wrong. And we are all wired to accept the religion we are all born into.
Yeah.
And the standards of the religion, we live according to it.
Indoctrination, right?
Exactly.
But when you go to other parts of the country, even some Christians will still steal.
The point of many Christian groups now is you have to, it's money, if it's not money, it's success, it's fertility.
Former President Jerry John Rawlings, he said something, when we are swearing all these people into power, let's leave the Bible small and go and make them swear there and see if corruption will reduce or it will not reduce.
I'm your boy.
I'm Noel.
I'm Samuel.
I am Larry. And today we have an interesting topic. Is religion helping or hurting Africa's progress? We've got some prompts we'll be working with. The first one here says, the religion a person belongs to influences their way of life. Yes. Interesting, right?
Very interesting.
Well, I agree. I agree that the religion a person belongs to influences their way of life because, take into consideration the Muslim, the Christian. A Muslim, I will tell you, is allowed to marry 4 wives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the Christians are saying 1 man, 1 woman. So that aspect of their life is affected based on religion.
Yeah.
No, what do you say?
Like I could definitely agree with what you're saying. Religion is culture, and culture definitely shapes how a person relates to everything. So culture is a way of life, and as social studies, yes, culture is the way of life. Culture is the way of life. Yes. So religion being a major part of African culture, at least, means that everybody's religion influences how they do things, how they think, especially. And I always go to Islam because, to me, Islam is a very serious religion. The Muslims don't joke; those guys don't joke. Yeah, they don't joke. And
we ain't playing.
It's something that Christians could emulate. Christians could learn from Islam how they take their religion seriously. When they were preparing for their Ramadan. Well, I don't know if the Ramadan is the actual fast period.
The fast period.
The fast period is what they call Ramadan.
Oh, okay.
That period. Like, I knew people, I work in a hospital, and some of, how hospital work is demanding. And some of these people come in and then they are like fasting. Like, you can see that they are working, exerting energy, but they are fasting. Christian, about 3 months, I will pass someone like because I'll be like, oh, I can fast tomorrow. But the Muslim will never break it. He will never break it.
The Christian food that was it.
It's not like a job as Christian.
But I know some Muslims who break their fast anyway. Some don't do it at all.
Based on their health condition.
There are some factors that actually permit them to skip.
My sister was a Muslim. She has never fasted for 15 days before. At least it's 2 weeks. She will have to stop.
Okay.
She becomes very
for health reasons, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a way they prolong it to, like, if you break it, you do something to cover.
Yeah, like an atonement for failure to fast.
Yeah, something like that.
Religion affects their moral lives, also their fast, their prayers, their living, their social life. For the Muslims, they do almsgiving. That's their play. So every Muslim would like to give alms during the Ramadan to also show their faith to Allah.
Okay.
As well.
So basically it becomes like a way of life for them. Religion also provides the moral framework of an individual. So it shapes how the person feels about right and wrong.
Good.
Probably a Christian might see something to be right, but a Muslim would frown upon it. Why are you doing this? You understand? So it provides the moral framework of individuals. And we are all wired to accept the religion we are all born into.
Yeah.
And the standards of the religion, we live according to it.
Indoctrination, right?
Exactly. It comes in like that. So I agree to this from that religion of the person, or a religion that the person belongs to actually shapes or influences the way of life, basically.
Yeah, we could have discussed about if it's shaping their life in a positive direction or a negative direction. When you look at, for example, how Islam is viewed in the rest of the world with regards to certain terrorist groups and how people, what people say about Islam and terrorism and all of that. But I believe Islam is a religion of peace. Like, I don't think the founders of Islam wanted to make it a religion of war, but like, for some reason, I'm not Islamic, I'm not a Muslim. I don't have a lot of Muslim friends, but but for some reason there should be an explanation to why Islam is always related to, when you hear Boko Haram, you hear Al-Qaeda.
It was this that I've read somewhere that they said when you die in blood, you are holy.
Yeah, I've heard
So
that.
that's made them to
Which is why they are.
Yes.
Sorry, we are not against any religion.
Yes.
We are just speaking.
allowed to say this?
We are just speaking based on what we have heard. Like
basically,
that
right.
violence, part of some
of
Muslims.
them,
Okay,
yes.
some of them. Some people say is based on a belief.
It's actually rooted in their religion.
Yes.
Yes, like if you die in blood, you are a holy body and you.
Bam! There are 7 virgins waiting for you.
Extremists.
Religious
Extremists. People who take
Extremists,
the
okay.
religion so personal that like they will fight for it, they will kill.
And Christians actually have extremists.
Like, I mean,
Tell me about
it's everywhere.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
You understand?
Influences their way of life, their religion.
It's everywhere.
Let's
so
look at-
they make their practices overshadow sometimes normal, common, reasonable things that you would. So someone would. This is going to be a little bit personal. You have what we call life sustenance. You need to make sure you take care of your family. You understand? Provide for them and all that. Someone would neglect this responsibility at home, carry the money, and go and present it to a religious leader.
This
for prayers
matter.
or favor. Do you understand? Someone would kill because someone is actually breaking a religious rule. But isn't the same religion talking about killing?
Yeah, that's
and being
not
bad?
kill. Like the Christians say, don't kill.
Even the Bible even said, anyone who doesn't take care of their family is worse than someone who doesn't have faith. So you leaving your family's responsibility and then carrying this money to the religious leader for prayers is a very big question mark. You understand?
So in effect, it is influencing that person's way of life.
You understand?
The person's
Most of
belief. The
ladies
person's
have what to
belief.
eat,
Yeah.
But they gather money to go for prayers and stuff.
It's sad.
No, they're even selling Jesus blood.
Can you imagine?
Okay, let's talk about us as individuals. Okay, let's draw the experience from ourselves.
Okay.
What do you do? You are a Christian, I believe. So what do you think
this
you
is your
do?
movie.
What do you think you do? It looks like we are just talking about Christians and Muslims. There is the atheist and all that, but these are what we are speaking about. We are speaking about the ones that we are used to, right?
Yeah.
So, as a Christian, what do you do that you think is influenced by your religion?
This is a very big question.
We could relate it to modern day issues, questions about this would be nice stuff about saying LGBTQ stuff. Should we put you on the spot like that?
But that cuts across anyway, because even the traditionalists frown on that.
I mean,
right?
I do so many things.
There are a lot of
I do so many things. You
actually,
understand?
want to go into that.
Being influenced by my religion, I do so many things, like being generous, being kind to people. I learned this from my religion. You understand?
Super curious as well. When people always.
I want to talk about this one. Have you heard of the town Nogopo?
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole meme, like.
Yes. You know, let's talk about religion. We are still talking about religion, right? How it influences the person's way of life. Stealing is not much. Oh, should I say?
And it is not rampant there. And Nokobo, you know, Nokobo is actually a name of a place.
Yeah, it's a name of the place.
Of the whole town.
So you are working and your money falls and you leave. You go back and you find.
I heard that.
That is because it is influencing. Yes, it is influencing their way of life there.
Yeah.
That is their religion, right? Like they believe in what will happen if you pick it.
Yeah.
Do you get
it? Has consequences.
So morality is high as far as theft is concerned. But when you go to other parts of the country, even some Christians will still steal.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's a very interesting point.
Exactly.
Some Christians will still steal. So when we are talking about real influence, as far as stealing is concerned, this can be a very good example, the Ngopo situation. That is a very huge influence on the person's life.
We can talk about morality as people's perspective about fornication, theft, kindness, anger, so many aspects of our life. We are shaped.
I think
we are shaped by the religion we belong to.
Like, or in conclusion, the Christian framework allows us to forgive and move on.
Because there's grace.
We know that as Christians, you can always go back to God. God is always ready to receive you.
Because of the grace.
Lots of things are lax, like laissez-faire.
Yeah.
You can always repent. Yeah. You can be born again like 15 times.
Okay, so in the end, we agree that it influences.
I think we're on the same.
Okay. Let's look at another prompt.
All right. So the second prompt says. Religion in Africa can be both helpful and harmful depending on how it's used.
Yeah, he was so.
You want to start?
He was making a point. Yeah, he was making a point.
Something earlier. I'm going to go on that line, but before that, I agree with this point. Religion can be helpful in the society and also can be harmful at the same time. Let's look at the help in the society. Through religion, the people will learn what we call communal service. So you see a religious organization going out to clean the community and the sea gardens and all that, which is good. It also promotes something like societal bond. So we have family bond. It brings people together, builds that kind of relationship within individuals in the community. So in this way, I would agree that religion is helpful, but harmful. I said something earlier in the first point. People do not understand the essence of their religion that they belong to. So you find a man, like I said earlier, who has responsibilities at home, neglecting the responsibilities at home, and going to the church or a religious leader with what he's made, his income, or the commercial for no urgent Bible.
It's a trade. It's a fair trade.
The wife and the children. You understand? Yeah. So it makes people idolize their religious leaders instead of paying attention to their immediate family, and that is wrong. I've heard so many families or women coming out, people saying that their husbands are not taking care of them. But if you delve down, you realize people are these men are
contributions they make in church.
In churches. You understand?
I mean, it goes both ways.
In both ways. Now, I want to bring the women to.
The women can go to religious place.
Yes, women in religion. Don't even to go there.
It goes both ways. Have you ever wondered why the snake went to Eve and not Adam?
Oh, yes. No,
this snake and Eve. See, you actually said something about how religion is helpful in the sense of community. Then I think I would want to say something small about that. Okay. Yeah, because in essence, what the African society was before the introduction of religion is kind of similar to the religion, the religious frameworks we have right now in terms of Christianity and even to an extent Islam. Because the African society fundamentally is rooted in community. Yes. That's what differentiates us from the Western society. Yes. That is why some things like, how do I even put it? When someone says, why do I keep coming back to the LGBT? I'm sorry, I just have to go back here. I want to make a point. I want to make a see. Like I'm not here to fight any group, but the LGBT group, the main thing is and I'll say that about how we've messed up the Christian framework here also in Africa. Yes, I feel like I've always felt this way. I was born like this, but it will not work in an African society because African society is not rooted in I, it's not built around a person. Exactly. So that's the main problem. That's the main reason why the LGBT thing doesn't really sit enough because it's not rooted in individualism. That is very American.
No, I realize that to an extent. We are speaking religion generally, right? We are looking at helpful and harmful. So I realize to an extent, the introduction of this other religion has also created a divide.
So that's what I was going to say. With his points,
you belong to this church.
So the whole churches thing and the point of the separation in Christianity, the main one that came, if I'm not wrong, in the 15th century thereabouts with King Henry and the whole Protestants and Catholicism and everything. When the church split into Protestantism and Catholic, the whole point of that was because one man wanted to marry somebody and then somebody said, let him marry. Okay. So, but fundamentally, Christianity is Christianity. But now it has really been divided into... So I saw someone, a preacher say something about the center of Christianity is supposed to be Jesus, but when you go to churches, you hear, so this is how you will make your next million in the next 5 years if you believe that you come to God, if you come to God. But like Christianity is Christ-centered, yes, right? But
the name Christ.
But the point of many Christian groups now is you have to. It's money. If it's not money, it's success. Is fertility. So come to what are the funny things they do say? Come to 9 days of something. Yeah. There are a lot of funny. Let's
go to other religion and so also.
When you're talking about LGBT, okay, there are other Christians also who are strongly against it because of their religious framework as well. So it also provides moral guidance for them. So but when we come to the bad side, looking at widowhood rights, there's LGM. All these things are very harmful to our society. So you put somebody in pain because of the religion, like cutting their clitoris, putting women into shaving them with bottles and stuff. These are all harmful aspects of our religion in Africa.
As Africans? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, we have to regard African traditional religion.
Exactly.
So it's practicing the traditional side.
Yes. So it's still harmful and helpful. But the logo put in, I would say it's always helpful.
I mean, it's funny, but it's serious.
It's always helpful. See, I want to
also make sacrifices.
May his soul rest in peace, the former president, Jerry John Rawlings. He said something, I can't quote exactly what he said, but the idea I got from it is this. When we are swearing all these people into power, let's leave the Bible small and go and make them swear there and see if corruption will reduce or it will not reduce.
It's true.
So you see, they take the Christianity for granted, and it's causing harm. If there were no Christianity and there was only this one, you will see the help that comes from that aspect.
Now coming back to the point I was actually trying to make before. In the family at home, where the woman places more emphasis on her relationship with the religious leader than her husband, causes so much troubles at home. Men are becoming abusive because they see their wives worshipping their pastors and then leaving them at home because I'm your husband, you're supposed to give me that respect. You see your pastor, you're like, father, you come and then you throw your hands and you're insulting me, I'm not going to do it, and the home becomes chaos or abusive. So this discussion is very important. We are looking at how religion has been helpful and harmful, and we want to emphasize this. to all our ladies out there,
Yeah.
if you are religious, it doesn't make your husband little before your pastor or whoever. Let's accord your husband the same respect that you give your religious leaders, and I think there will be peace at home. Yeah.
Religion has never helped Africa. It is rather retrogressing us as Africans. I want to start this discourse.
Wait, did you say has never helped Africa?
Never is a strong word.
Never is really a strong
No, well, never is a. Yeah, boy, you also agree never.
Yes.
word. If it's saying never, I can
Never say never.
I can defend it to an extent.
You are
She's saying
defending
never. She's saying
never.
never.
Okay, wait,
I can,
please.
I
Let's
can, I
hear
can
you.
defend never.
How do you mean religion has never helped Africa?
Never.
Okay, if you want to say never, without
ATR is a religion, you know that. Before you go on,
well,
African traditional religion is a religion.
I'm going to assume that whoever framed this question wanted to talk about Christianity or Islam.
and did not consider the ATR. Okay, then we
I'm going to assume
Good,
that.
then we can continue.
Yes, because every society it has a form of religion.
Yes.
The indigenous ones outside the West, everybody has had
Okay,
religion
great.
before the introduction of Christianity. But if you want to talk about Christianity specifically, you see, we use a mistake that was made when the rule of law of society was being formed, and like parliaments and society was actually being structured in maybe the 19th century when society was actually coming together, civilization, everything. The mistake that was made was church and state were not separate. You see, so most of the laws that were created for society were rooted in mostly Christian beliefs. The Arabians and those guys have their own thing.
Hold on. No, before you continue, do you realize that? Did you know that before Christianity, in the ancient Kemet, which is Egypt, as we call it now, they had all these laws.
Yeah.
Even before Christianity came.
Yeah, every religion has laws.
And it was built on mostly morality, right? So, if you want to say that before, if you want to say Christianity brought some of these things,
you see, like,
I beg to differ.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying, but every religion has laws, the rules that you're talking about, and morality is relative, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, so what the Aztecs and those people they consider human sacrifice as like a normal thing in their culture.
Okay.
But our compass of morality doesn't consider human sacrifice as a good thing. You see. So, but if Christianity is Christianity all over. So let's use Christianity and not African traditional religions. Because that differs across continents. So with Christianity, you know that murder is bad. Do not take someone's life. It's against the commandments.
Africa is the same.
So there are lots of things.
Yeah.
There are lots of things that. So I'm making a point. That,
Okay, let's listen to his point. No, go on.
Even though Christianity is saying, let's not take a human life, we have laws that puts the value of life before religion. So when you take someone's life, your life will be taken. We have death sentence, death penalty. But where is our moral compass when we look at this, a death penalty? Can you say a death penalty is morally ambiguous? Can you agree with a death penalty because it's a good thing for it's something that the person deserves? Will you put aside your Christianity that says let's not take someone's life because someone else did take someone else's life? You see, there are a lot of questions.
This is very dicey. This topic is very dicey. Agreeing with
I think.
as Africans, you see.
Okay,
so
yeah, well.
in Africa, 95% of us are religious people. But look at our continent. We are still black. There is no progress in our development.
What do you mean we are so black? Sorry,
You don't want to change your complexion.
So, what the religion to us are making advances in life, right? So I think living in Africa has been framed for us to always wait. So you go and pray, you are waiting for God to ask.
You know what?
Whilst they are on the tax doing, producing, inventing, Bring out new things.
I am not
The other day,
but
hold on.
explain.
It's just one simple sentence.
Okay.
The other day I was watching a friend's status and he posted, he said, South Africa companies operating in Ghana.
Yes.
And he mentioned a lot of Vodacom, ShopRite, and all that. Then Ghanaian companies operating in South Africa, all the lists are full of church.
If you check the panel of these companies, they are all
Okay.
white people.
You see, from what you're saying there, I think it's where we place our priority as Africans. Yes, religion was introduced, Christianity was brought to us. Now, Africans, we have this thing about us, Siantra. What you say? Do you understand? Say,
You overlearn or you learn more than
overdo things. Now, we are human. Even in the Bible, the Bible says the hand that does not work
should not eat.
But Okwabrani, an individual, an African, would put all his or her life into religious practices and forget that there are fundamental human expectation requirements as a human that you should live up to. No, we are talking about progress. Yes, religion, I would agree to an extent, has retrogressed Africans because of our mindset.
Yes.
You understand? We place more emphasis on religious practices than considering the progress we need to make as Africans. So instead of looking at innovative skills, bringing experts from foreign lands to come and groom our youth, education that will produce more innovators, no, we are not interested in that. We are about the crusades and there's praying for miracles to happen. And from the ages of religious introduction, these miracles have not happened. It's high time we think. We should rethink as Africans and know that no, progress as a community is not dependent on your religious practice. You need to add 1 to 2 to get 3. We need to put squares in their square holes, fix things right, do things right, and stop putting so much emphasis on really going to all night, we're praying here and then, asking God to come and fix the roads. It wouldn't work.
Has also influenced our attitude. Oh, manna fall and they all enjoy.
Because we are learning from the Bible that manna fell from heaven.
Yes.
So today we are expecting manna to fall.
No.
But you see, when you look at the story of manna falling from heaven, it was at the time that people could not do anything. They couldn't do anything else, and they were in the wilderness. They need to feed. So God provided. But when they left the wilderness and there was land to till, of course you need to work for it.
So I feel God comes in when our strength gets to the end.
Exactly.
What are we doing? What works? What movement have we done as Africans towards progress? With these people, the Israelites, they moved and God fed them. Have we moved?
People are doing things.
What things have we put in place? You understand? What structures have we put in place for God to bless us with that manna to yield that success or that progress we're looking
I
for
think a point
as
should be
Africans?
made for Africans that we should not dispute, should I say dispute the word? We should not disregard the positive influence that the introduction of religion has had on us. It has framed, and I want to also iterate that Pan-Africanism is not anti-religion. So those people who call themselves Pan-Africanists and are against religion, because the Christian framework, how it's supposed to be, is not what we have here in Africa, sure. So the Christianity we were introduced to was meant to colonize our minds.
Yes.
Was meant
Good
to.
point.
But it's the point of neo-colonialism, this neo-colonial era we have with education and everything, is to think beyond that. I think that's the point.
Exactly.
So you look beyond the colonial mindset that we are supposed to learn English, math, science, those things that have been introduced to us in the 1960s, which they are not giving any actionable results to anything we are doing. You have to look ahead of that. And I think
Precisely. I also agree with you to an extent that I can't say that it has never helped Africa. To an extent, it has shaped us. You understand? I mean, there's people who
Stopped a lot of barbaric things.
yes,
Anyway.
right between right and wrong and all that, and we are living peacefully. Ghana today is placed as one of the most peaceful countries in Africa because we are very religious. Good, but not to also talk about placement of our priority. We're always crying about development, but we are not doing anything about it. I think it's high time people in governmental positions shift attention to developmental projects. And even in education, they should bring courses, experts from foreign lands to build innovative skills within our youth. Today we have people going to school, to university, to come and sit in the office and
education is, by the way,
given salaries. And no youth is talking about certain business.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay,
so we are all looking for salary. And we fall in the rat race of life. We will sink in poverty if we don't make our mind up and then do something great.
Okay, no.
Come on, preach.
Preach on.
I think we should discontinue religion in Africa because...
What? Discontinue?
It has not helped.
Religion.
It hasn't.
This is your point.
Wait, are you talking about just the Christian? If I ask this question,
You see, I feel the scriptures, both Islam and Christianity, was written to suit the whites because they know they have harmed Africa in a way. So forgive and forget. So Africans, we are forgiving.
You're not mentioning the ATR. Let's go on. Let's go.
We'll finish it.
We have to finish it. So we just have to discontinue religion in Africa.
Okay, we are begging producer to give us 1 minute on this article.
Okay, so our next prompt says Africans use religion to justify their lack of innovation.
Wait, did you? You're always speaking into the next point.
I know.
So Africans use their religion to justify their lack of innovation. Okay.
How on earth would you? No. Yeah, well, I'm asking you. How on earth would you justify lack of innovation?
Can I say something on this?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? Let me take off my glasses and address this particular one.
Okay.
Yes, the Bible says we should seek the kingdom of God first, understand, and other things
Shall be added.
That's Matthew 33 something.
And it's sad how some Africans interpret the scripture. That scripture doesn't mean put your 10 fingers in between your laps and sit and be serving God and expect that He would come and fix things for you like that. No, God has His own time of fixing things.
The statement says seek first.
You understand?
It means the others you can be seeking.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you
can be seeking the others.
you have to now come back home, put yourself as human. Face reality. Face reality. Now, what do we need? Look at your environment, society. What is lacking in there? How can I be very instrumental as an individual in my society? Who do I need to connect with so that we can build something, innovate something? These things are just the thought of just few people, sadly. How many Africans are thinking like this? Today we celebrate people who have made it so big and businesses, and they tell us their stories, and some of us even mock them. But if all of us would reflect or sit 1 hour, one day, and think of how we as individuals or as groups can be instrumental, be innovative, I think as Africa would rise. We need innovative. We should stop making religion the excuse. And I'm going to church. And it will come back home hungry. That manna time is not working now. My sister, my brother, wake up. It's not working now.
I wish this time, Samuel, I wish we could find a way to talk about it without having to mention the Christianity all the time.
No, even
because it's religion. Good.
I'm good.
Because
I'm not referring to only Christian.
I get
all of us.
I understand perfectly because Christianity seems to be like the largest religion, right? So so it's easy to mention that. Yeah. But if we want to look at the word religion, we should try to blend all. That way, it wouldn't look like we are attacking.
I would actually,
do you get my point?
I actually disagree with this question partly because of what you are saying. Religion doesn't justify a lack of innovation as Africans.
Most innovations are done by Africans.
I mean, what justifies our lack of innovation is mediocrity.
Yeah.
Africans are very timid people.
Yes.
We are not bold. We have been watered down and pressed by the people
because of our culture anyway.
It's a
The culture is
thing.
part of it.
How
You respect the elderly person. You don't speak back at will and all that.
the society you grew up
is also
in,
part of it.
the
Not the
society you
religion.
grew up
Okay.
taught you that when you go to kindergarten, you go to primary school, you learn 8 subjects, you go to JHS, SHS, and in all these places, you are learning something that was introduced over 80, 90 years ago to fit a system that those guys who came here created for you to serve them before your independence. You are still using it 80, but how many? I don't even know how old we are now. But
how old what? Ghana is?
Like
Ghana 68.
68, right? 68 years later after independence, we are still using that old system. I've realized that the education system, I think somewhere last year, we tried to change things up in the basic.
They are only adding and taking something.
And we have to invest.
My brain is not good. My brain is not good.
Africans are very creative people. We are craftsmen, right? We think on our feet, right? When you go to Nigeria, when you go to creative space in Nigeria, the things people are able to create with their iPhones, I've been following this TikTok channel that people, they recreate football matches. I don't know if anyone has seen it. So a match is played, and then these guys, they go to some, I won't call it a park cramp, some team B, and they go and play a game over there, recreate the exact thing with like a phone, commentary, everything, and it's so creative, like, but we applaud mediocre things, like, because of how we've been suppressed. So if someone comes out to, let's say, do some small thing, they are like, oh, okay, this thing is, hey, this person has done well. Let's say somebody, I don't want to mention this film director, but last year, a film came up and everybody was talking about it on Twitter, right? That, hey, this guy has done so well. But when you watch the trailer of the film, it's so subpar. Like, it's average. It doesn't compare with the movie industry in the rest of the world, right? But we have to applaud it because it's like, we don't do that here. How many films, we don't put films in the cinemas very often.
Okay.
So when any film comes, we applaud it. And I think it's mediocrity that is.
I am not snatching your nose, but I am not also debunking what you just said. But I agree. I still stand on this. Mediocrity is it plays its own role towards lack of innovation. Understand? Now, rooting from what you just said, we find ourselves within a community where these creative skills you mentioned, I agree, I'm not being supported. You understand? This great man, Kantanka, started doing the cars and all that, and you should hear Ghanaians' comments on this product that came out. Oh, and your papa. Oh, now we are going. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, this.
But would you say that is religion speaking?
No. I'll come back to it. I'm just speaking from what you said, that we are creative and all that. But I am actually highlighting the fact that we don't support our creativity in Ghana. We rather want to look at what the person did not do well. If you listen to netizens on commenting section, and the people who have been creative, we're 2 years old.
Yes, I get your point.
We are so negative, you understand? And this negativity, back with the mediocrity mindset of us, is not helping us to be innovative. It's discouraging people who are willing to come out to create something.
You agree with me that
you understand?
Yes.
But I'm coming back to religion. Religion has its own hand on our lack of innovation. Like I started by saying, people rather believe in miracles today. People rather believe in following the trends of their religion, the standards of their religion, than setting back, putting themselves outside the box of the religion and see what they can do for the community or for the country or for Africa as a whole. You understand? People are buried within their religious group that it suppresses this creativity in us as Africans. So if we're able to come out of these boxes that we put ourselves in and give God what his due, and now face reality of the world like the whites are doing, my brother, I think we would spring. We would spring. So I agree with this point.
The ART you were talking about, I have a student I handle. He is so talented. He's a gifted artist. So right from primary, I met him in 2019 was when I met him. So he was in my classes by then. So with artwork and molding, he's very good. But he is not the type who wants to come to school. So he always stop. I go and bring him back. So I was thinking, this is a gift we've gotten. Let's build on this gift. And now he's in senior high school, he's studying visual arts in school. But looking at his attitude towards his studies is very bad. Because he feels he has a power supporting him from the mother's side, who are fully voodoo people. So one day he went to the mother's place and came back with this chain. There's a power given to me so I can escape accidents and stuff. But these things wouldn't help you. We'll all die. We'll all die one day. But what impact do you want to leave on earth as we are here? Right? So God has given you something, this gift of artwork. Why don't we go on it? So I've linked him to big artists in our country so far. He goes to the class 1, 2, he stops. So he has become very lazy towards the art, even though he has it. Naturally he has it. But he's lazy working at it. You see?
And you think religion is...
Because of the powers he feels the mother is giving to him, so the voodoo he is doing.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's making him become very lazy. He can be on his bed and sleep the whole day.
You see, this particular person would have been a great person.
Artworks to do. Right. So how will this person progress?
Let's imagine that those powers were not there.
Yes.
Do you think
if he
would still not behave like that?
No.
Charlie, let's agree to disagree.
The African Christian framework was created to solve our problems. The African Christian framework was created to solve our problems. Tough one, let's see what they say.
I disagree.
What? Okay. Wow, okay. Since this is my question.
The African Christian framework
Let me explain.
Was created by who?
Let me explain.
To solve our
who? Yeah.
I honestly don't know what I was cooking the day that I created this question, but I was onto something, and I'll get to it. So
on to the next one.
No. The point I was trying to make with this point was that when Christianity first came to Africa, like I said earlier, the point of it was to
educate us,
indoctrinate. Not just, it was to educate. Yes, we were getting education, but we were indoctrinated. There's a letter from a king.
Leopold?
Yeah, it's good you know it. Leopold. He was king of Belgium.
Yeah.
When you read the letter, it is blatantly, literally saying that teach these people to read but not solve problems. Right?
Excuse me?
Teach them to
read.
To know how to read. I don't know if I can pull up the exact.
All right, we'll delve into that later.
Teach them to read, but not
math, English.
Yeah,
math,
I don't know
English,
how you've not heard of it, but it's like it's everywhere.
Yeah, I came across one other write-up. Sorry to interrupt. I came across one other write-up.
This is so sad to hear.
It was just a small note. I've forgotten who.
I mean, if you look at our system, that is how it has been.
Yes. And
we are learning to read and write. We're not solving any problem.
These people have a strong belief, and before we can colonize them, we need to break their backbone.
Yes.
The culture, their religion, and all. I read it.
So to come to my point, so people have understood what. As I said, we are in a neo-colonial era. People have been educated beyond what our colonial masters gave to us.
Yes.
For example, some pastors that we have around in Ghana are highly educated people. We know some of them, Dr. This, Dr. That. They are very... These people understand fundamentally how African communities work. So when they come to church and then they say that, bring all your money, let's solve your problems, let's do this, I'll pray for you, show you a couple of orchestrated stuff about some miracles here and there and things like that. They are tapping or they are hitting a specific pinpoint in the African community, right? By using Christianity to solve that problem. So that's how the African Christian framework was created, right? It was a used an existing introduction of a problem or something, and then reframed it to solve the problem that it created originally. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I am not understanding what you're saying.
Christianity, when it came, brought the problem that I earlier explained about indoctrinating, right? So that you serve your colonial masters. Now, people have been educated beyond that to still use this Christian framework, but make it African to solve the problem that the original Christian framework created. You understand what I'm saying? Am I cooking?
Practicalize it.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe our audience.
You have a family. So cite an example. You've gone to create a problem and then solve it. Let's see if
right now, we have people who let's even talk about the issue the lighthouse man was talking about.
Which lighthouse man?
Should I even mention it?
I don't even know.
As I already said, I've already mentioned lighthouse.
But let's keep this.
A problem.
But you've not mentioned the issue, right? So
let's talk about the issue of church and paying musicians, right? People say that we are supposed to pay our musicians because they get their talents from the church.
From the church.
They get their talents from God.
Okay.
Yes, and then they're using it to praise God, and so there's no point in paying the church musicians, but they are musicians.
Yes.
Right. The argument's coming from the fact that Christians get all their talents from God, all their gifts from God. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so that's the problem. So how do they solve it? How are they solving it now?
From the African Christian framework was created to solve our problems. The African Christian framework was created
by who?
Was created by us Africans.
By us Africans.
Created by Africans to solve the problem that the original Christian framework presented. So why don't you understand? How is it difficult to understand?
I think I have little to say on this prompt, actually.
This is a confusing prompt.
Are we lost or something?
I'm here, but I'm lost.
I don't know I'm the only one who understands what I've
I've not solved any problem for us. It has really suppressed Africa.
It makes sense.
It has suppressed us.
Somebody agrees that it makes sense. I don't know how to.
Who is saying it makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Oh God, I'm so dumb.
I mean, it's not a very technical thing. Like, originally, Christianity was introduced to do something for the colonial masters, right?
Yeah,
and that problem that's
they were still using the Bible for slave trade, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
he asked the question that would have actually opened the door to the understanding of this. But he didn't answer that question. And the way you answered, we didn't get it. He was asking, the prompt says, the African Christian framework was created. The first question he asked was, by who?
By Africans.
And you said, by Africans. We created the framework. Now, how did we create the framework?
What I'm saying, because of how we use the education that they give to us to create a new system to solve the problem that original.
We used it to create.
Yes.
To solve what problem?
The problem of, you don't think indoctrination is a problem, like to giving us learning.
But we are still being indoctrinated.
We are still using it.
Exactly, the problem still exists. So the Christian framework is still.
So it's not solving the problem.
But it doesn't mean it has solved it. It was created to solve. It doesn't mean it has
It
solved
has only helped us to read, write, and understand.
It was only created to restructure
It has
the whole thing.
So do you think that the education you've gotten, you can compare it to, for instance, if you come out with a doctorate from the University of Ghana, can you compare that doctorate to someone that in the same doctorate program, to someone who got it at MIT? Can you? Why can't you?
See, I think sorry to interrupt. I think what you're saying falls. Sorry. Is it the neocolonialism thing?
You have succeeded in actually.
the neocolonialism thing, okay? We were colonized, right? And then we gained independence.
Doesn't mean we stopped being colonized.
Good. So we've not solved any colonization problem.
It was created to solve the problem. I've not said it has solved it.
Created to
solve.
Yeah, it's there.
So it's like the neocolonization.
I agree that it's not solved. Yes,
so the neocolonization was created
to solve
colonization. No, I'm just trying to bring it from that perspective. The neocolonization was created to solve colonization problems.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So the framework was created to solve problems created by the religion. It's still
Neocolonialism was not created by anybody. It's just post-colonialism. That's what new.
Yeah,
new form of colonialism
after colonization, new.
Guys, I'd rather we give them the platform.
Okay.
Use 2 or 3 minutes to talk about this, and then probably we end it there. But he has the understanding.
Please, let's sometimes before you can understand something, you need to start from the back.
Yeah.
So let's start from the problem. What problem was created? If we understand it from your perspective, then you tell us the framework that was created to solve that problem. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
The way we are struggling to understand this point is the point I'm trying to make. No,
you are colonizing me right now.
the way we are, no. I have to be very straightforward what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
See, we know how to, and I'm not trying to be offensive. I don't want to insult the level of education.
We have 2 minutes to finish this.
I don't want to insult the level of education.
You're not insulting. We are trying to understand, right? Okay?
Christianity as we have it.
Feel free, if you have to insult me to understand it.
Christianity as we have it here, it's not how Christianity. We don't see people outside in like America and things going to church, raising. Then they are always praying against poverty and things. Why? Because Americans are not poor. They're not in a third world country. But here, we have the problem of poverty. And so when we go to church, that is the thing we are praying against.
Okay.
Every day is money.
Okay.
Why is that? That is the African Christian
framework. So now I guess
not
you see,
the Christian
so now I get
framework.
it. So in effect, all you're saying is
I get it.
So the religion that was brought.
I'm getting what he's trying to say.
So you see, it started from the bottom, and
I think the prompt wasn't framed properly.
Yes, the religion that was brought earlier made us poor. Now we have found a way to define it, trying to solve the poverty problem
with the same thing. With the same thing.
I get it now. You see, it became clearer.
Poverty is
just to be poor. Because we have all the resources the white people need to develop their.
Oh yeah, you are poor mentally. Mentally, you are poor.
But it's not. You're saying this is what it was actually meant to, but it's not really doing what. Are you with me?
What?
Are you with me? I'm making a point.
I'm listening to you.
The African Christian framework was created to solve our problems, but to you, it is not really solving our problems, right?
Yeah, it's not.
I think
so. Simply, he made a statement.
That we should argue. I thought he was making a fact.
No. He made a statement.
I'm glad finally.
So he's not stating a fact. He's actually making a statement.
He made a statement that this is what is happening.
You know, from his initial submissions, it was like he was supporting this.
Yes.
So that's why I got the confusion. How is African Christian framework?
Yeah. So now we get it
to solve our problems.
He made a statement to tell us what he thinks religion is doing.
You know, people have that. You know. Okay. Now let me speak technically. So I want you to now listen to me. People are made to believe. Okay, our religious leaders are made to believe that their problems, the solutions to their problems, are in the framework of the Christian religion. Like, serve God, and your problems will be solved.
But that is not how Christianity works.
You understand? So they buy people. You know, people have problems. So when they hear these things, their minds are bought. Now let's give our energies to the religion, and with the hope that our problems will be what? Solved. That unfortunately they will keep on going, and their lives remains the same.
Okay. So I think you should have taken Christian out and then replace it with maybe religion.
Okay.
Religion framework. Like just religion
I think
framework
you were attacking
was created
religion
to solve our problems.
Well, it's very specific to Christians, isn't it?
Really?
Because like a Christian country, it is.
You see, this is a free religion.
Okay. So basically,
I want money. I'm poor.
Yeah. So instead of working, they won't work.
Okay. So let's finish it. Let's finish it up.
Christians make us wait. So Africans are only waiting.
Waiting on God.
Waiting on God.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for a long time because we'll be poor for a long time.
Okay, so based on this statement of yours and based on all the prompts we've discussed, should religion be discontinued in Africa? Let's have our final words on this one before we end the show.
In theory, if we could discontinue religion like it's some 3-year course or something, then we could discontinue religion and then see positive results in terms of, in theory, like hypothetically, we could see positive results in terms of how we think, how we think will change as Africans, because then we know that, as I said, the African traditional society is more of community. Everybody is down to help each other. That's how it was. Ubuntu in South Africa and everything. We help each other. It takes a village to grow a child. All of those kind of things. Yeah. So we won't really have that thing to look up to. That I have to go to church on Sunday because I have group service, I have cell service. Those kind of things. Like you'll be more concentrated in where you find yourself, how you can help the people in where you are. Like you have classes of people building. So simply, if it could, it's not possible to discontinue religion. Okay. But if it could,
okay. So that's no. Yes,
so I would say it's a yes or no. But, yes, because it has really made us lazy. Most Africans are becoming very lazy. They are not up to task. They think. Let me.
But we don't need a yes or no answer. We need an answer to this particular question. Because it's a yes or no. So we need your... you can say to a large extent.
No one has mentioned my name. I will not...
Larry.
Yeah, good.
KLM.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Based on morality, I would say we should at least continue. Because at least, morally, it has shaped a few of us. Even not for religion, like most of us will be very, very wild.
And then,
boom, boom, boom.
That's a very, but we are done. Concluding. So
now call me to answer. Call me to answer.
That's the last thing, because you are literally saying, you are affirming what white people think about us, that without their religion we are barbaric. You know
call me to answer now.
Before colonialism, they thought we were barbaric and uncultured until the introduction of Christianity. So
call me to answer now. Call me to answer.
Larry, please.
Good. Okay.
Let's hear your perspective, Larry.
Good. You see, when you want to talk about this thing and you narrow it to just one religion, that is where it becomes problematic. The question is, should religion be discontinued? There was no specification whether Christian, Muslim, or so if I'm to answer that question with no specification, religion should not be discontinued. It is playing a vital role in shaping us.
I mean,
whether positively or negatively, it is shaping us. So what I would say is that there should be a reform such that there will be more of the benefits than the negative.
Okay, so finally, I would say no. Religion shouldn't be discontinued. From our discussions, we've realized that religion has been helpful to a large extent to the African society. We've learned it shaped our morality to a large extent and all that. I would rather say that we should reform our mindset as individuals about religion. You understand? So that the energies we gear towards religious practices should also be geared towards developmental endeavors. We should think outside the box and see what we can do, individuals or groups or as a nation, how we can build from scratches. I love a point someone said we have all the resources here.
Yes, Africa.
So my little boy would ask me, why is it that we have all the resources and we are exporting them, and these people are rather they are developing and we are not?
I'll answer you backstage.
If you want to answer this question, it's a whole big question
backstage.
that we need to consider, and then look at how we can actually use our resources, our natural resources. We have human resources. We have everything to develop Africa as a continent. So we should reform our mindset, and I think we shall progress rather than making religion and other reasons an excuse for our retrogressing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mind first when it comes to religion, you see. So I think they should reframe the Christian activities. You should just reframe everything activities in the church That will help.
If you ask me if Christianity should be discontinued, I will not think twice before I say yes. On that note,
Your pastor is waiting for
Oh, there's no pastor watching me. I know. I stopped going to church like 3 years ago. Anyway, so on this note, we bring this to an end. Thank you all for watching. Yeah.
Your names again.
My name again. I'm Larry.
And I'm Samuel.
Noel.
And I'm your boy.
And we are your reps for today's show.